The secret to influence anyone. Powerful hook. Have you ever stopped to think that the key to transforming your life, your relationships, and even your career might be hidden in something you do every single day, yet barely notice? It's not a secret formula. It's not a shortcut. It's the way you connect with people. Think about it for a moment. How many doors have remained closed simply because of a failed conversation? How many opportunities slipped away not because you weren't capable, but because the connection didn't happen? Now imagine having a clear path, a practical guide that allows you to build trust, spark empathy, and create positive influence in any situation. This is not just theory. This is a skill that can reshape everything around you, starting from the way people see you, and more importantly, the way you see them. Deep emotional reflection. Pause for a second and reflect. When was the last time someone made you feel truly important? Not with empty compliments or automatic phrases, but with real presence. A look that said, "I see you." A word that made you feel valued. That kind of moment stays with you, doesn't it? Now flip the perspective. When was the last time you made someone else feel that way? The truth is simple but powerful. Relationships are the foundation of everything. Business, friendships, partnerships, family. None of it survives without trust. But trust isn't built by accident. It's built through intention, through genuine interest, through the ability to make others feel seen in a world where most people feel invisible. The invisible barrier. Many people believe that being right is what matters most. But think about it. How often has being right actually improved a relationship? How many times has pointing out someone's mistake created distance instead of connection? Criticism rarely leads to change. More often, it creates resistance. It builds walls instead of bridges. Now consider a different approach. Instead of asking, "How do I correct this person?" ask, "Why did they act this way?" That one question changes everything. Because behind every action, there's a reason. And when you choose understanding over judgment, you shift the entire dynamic of the interaction. The transformative shift. Imagine entering every interaction with one simple goal: not to win, not to prove a point, but to understand. This shift may seem small, but its impact is enormous. When people feel understood, they lower their defenses. When they feel safe, they open up. And when they open up, real connection happens. This is where influence begins, not in control, not in force, but in connection. The moment you stop trying to dominate conversations and start trying to understand them, you begin to stand out in a way most people never will. The power of recognition. Now think about the impact of a genuine compliment. Not a generic "good job," but something specific and real. "I admire how you handled that situation. The way you explained that made everything clearer." Feel the difference. Recognition like this goes beyond words. It touches identity. Every human being carries a deep need to feel important. When you fulfill that need sincerely, you create bonds that are difficult to break. The question is, how many times have you held back words that could have lifted someone? Words that could have changed someone's day, or even their life. Influence through empathy. Trying to force someone to agree with you is like pushing against a locked door. It only creates resistance. But when you understand what the other person truly wants, you find the key. Influence is not about control. It's about alignment. It's about seeing the world through the other person's eyes and connecting your ideas to their desires, their goals, their fears. When people feel that you understand them, they naturally become more open to you. And that's when real persuasion happens, not because you pushed, but because you connected. The 6 core principles. There are simple principles that can completely transform how people perceive you. First, show genuine interest. Listen carefully, ask questions, remember details. Second, smile. A real smile communicates openness and warmth instantly. Third, remember names, because for anyone, their name is deeply personal. Fourth, be a good listener. Let others speak, let them feel heard. Fifth, talk about what matters to them, not just what matters to you. And sixth, make people feel important, always with sincerity. These principles are simple, but when practiced consistently, they create a powerful presence that people are naturally drawn to. The hidden cost of arguments. Think about the last argument you had. Did it bring you closer to the other person, or create more distance. The truth is, no one changes their mind because they lost an argument. In fact, most people hold on even tighter to their opinions when they feel attacked. The real strength lies in avoiding unnecessary conflict. It lies in choosing respect over ego. When you admit your own mistakes quickly, you disarm tension. When you approach others with kindness, you create openness. And when you allow people to feel ownership of an idea, they embrace it more deeply than if it had been forced upon them. Leadership in action. True leadership is not about giving orders, it's about inspiring change. It's about creating an environment where people want to grow. This happens in the small details, starting with appreciation before pointing out flaws, asking questions instead of giving commands, sharing your own mistakes before highlighting others. These actions build trust. They create a space where people feel safe to improve. And when people feel safe, they evolve. Ask yourself, could you guide more instead of control? Could you encourage more instead of criticize? The modern world challenge. We live in a fast-paced world where communication is often reduced to quick messages and surface-level interactions. But this is exactly why these principles matter more than ever. In a world full of noise, genuine attention stands out. In a world of constant distraction, true listening becomes rare and valuable. Whether online or offline, people still crave the same thing: to be seen, to be heard, to be valued. The difference is that now, those who can offer this sincerely stand out even more. Deep reflection. Now ask yourself honestly, how many opportunities have you missed by not applying these principles? How many relationships could have been stronger? How many moments could have turned out differently? The answers may not be comfortable, but they are powerful. Because awareness is the first step toward change. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. But it starts in a single moment, the moment you decide to change your approach. So here's your challenge. Choose one principle and apply it today. Just one. It could be listening more, appreciating more, or understanding more. And if this message resonated with you, write in the comments, "I choose to bring out the best in people." That simple sentence is more than words, it's a commitment. A commitment to grow, to connect, and to transform not only your life, but the lives of those around you.